My memo tonight is about austerity measures, or let me call it the austerity lie. Over the past few weeks, the country has been consumed by the worrying reports about the state of the economy. The cost of living is steadily rising and ordinary Kenyans are feeling the pinch. Prices of basic commodities are spiraling out of control as some families are forced to take drastic steps to survive, such as having just one meal a day. Kukaza mkanda, they say. The government is also talking about a tough situation, but the reality is that is all they seem to be doing, talking about it. Everyone looks, there's no doubt that the government is still living large, and we do not need a scientific analysis to show this. We see it in the convoys carrying the people we call waheshimiwas on our roads. We see it in the many travels within the country and outside. In fact, presidential foreign trips have been raising eyebrows for years now. President Kenyatta, for instance, has made over 90 trips abroad in his 7-year stint at the presidency. His recent trip to Japan and Russia in a luxurious private jet has raised questions about the government's commitment to austerity measures. When a president travels, the journey includes a lot more. For instance, a large entourage, advanced teams, protocol teams. Actually, one would say when the president travels, the entire presidency also travels, and that involves huge costs. One would look the other way if all these luxuries was supported by a sound economic base, where revenue outpaced expenditure for the very least, if we are spending only what we are able to raise on our own. But no, in this instance, it is clear that the government is using loans, and expensive ones at that, to live large. Even at a personal level, that would be extremely unsustainable. We keep hearing about government austerity measures. The most recent one being this past September, when the National Treasury announced a freeze on benchmarking trips by ministries and their respective state departments. The circular indicated that the government had further capped the number of officers in government delegations for foreign travel to a maximum of 4. But this is easier said than done. I remember instances when some measures have been briefly implemented and then conveniently forgotten when other matters took over our headlines. Kama kawaida wa Kenya tunasahau haraka. Cutting wastage should not be a knee-jerk PR gimmick. The ministry should follow through to ensure the directives achieve the intended purposes. Who can forget the 2008 directive on official cars when Uhuru Kenyatta was finance minister? He directed that senior government officials stop using fuel guzzlers and take up a more economic option, VW Passats. At the time, 131 such vehicles were acquired at a cost of 499.5 million shillings. They were distributed among the various ministries, but they have since been driven into oblivion. Ladies and gentlemen, in these difficult economic times, when life is hard for nearly everyone, we should all buckle up, put in place measures to curb spending, and avoid wastage. And please, kama ni kukaza mkanda, sote tukaze. And that's